Holy moly, dude. We have a meaty podcast.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go too long. So, Rick, you got to keep us on. Ask the questions that need to be asked and help us keep it tight.
Keep us on track.
Help us keep it tight.
Let's go.
Yeah, well, yeah, we got to get into it. I mean, I think we should start with the fact that Captain Evil was the superstar of the Celestial Awards.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there were a lot of superstars at the awards, but I had a big weekend this weekend. Usually we come back to the podcast and we're talking about your big weekend, which apparently I've heard you had too.
Quite the weekend, yes.
But I had a big weekend, which is a change for us.
Well, tell us about what you can't just then take a sip. You got to tell us about.
I don't want to keep my big old cup on.
Well, why don't we start with, because Rick and I were part of it.
Yes.
The panel that we did on Thursday there in San Antonio for women in film.
Which, thank you for coming to San Antonio and doing that with me, Rick. It was so fun.
It was so great to see Rick, and Rick cannot speak in public. Rick,
I thought he was great.
he was so red and so nervous and so uncomfortable. But yes, Rick, you were absolutely wonderful, and you were great, and you shared a lot of great knowledge.
We did a panel. So there was a summit of 2 days worth of panels leading up to the award show on Saturday. And it was, some of them were like one-on-one. They were all kinds of things, women-centric, entertainment, film and TV related. But ours was the business and the talent of comedy. And I hosted it. You were sweet. You agreed to do it with me before you had to jet out of town. Rick came in and did it.
And then, by the way, on a social note, I was so bummed because I would have loved to have more drinks with Rick.
I know. Rick was feeling good and we had to go.
And I was having a great time with Rick, but it was like, crap, I still got to go. I still got to drive. I don't drive drunk. And I still have, yes, sir. Oh, shoot. Still had to drive, still had to do that. And also had to fly out to Fort Lauderdale.
Yes. Yeah. But the rest of the other two panelists with us were Deanna Placencia, who was a manager of yours back in the day, but also comes on and helps us and produces or stage manages and fills in all the things because we love her so much. And then Brian Hart, the writer that comes on when you're crafting a set. From Mad TV and Kids in the Hall. Anyway, I mean, everyone has awesome resumes. And so it was so fun for me just to get to host it. I had prepared like questions and topics, but I also knew with this group, because we know each other and we work together, that it was just going to go wherever it went. And that was going to be great and fun.
It was a lot of fun. And I think, I don't know if they're going to release any of that.
Yeah, they filmed it all.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Well, some of the big topics were, comedy and women in comedy. And I gave my opinion that it's very hard to be a woman in comedy. It's definitely a boys.
Different.
It's definitely a boys club. And at the end of the day, you have to get 10,000 hours doing something to get really good at it.
Yeah.
So when you're a female comic, finding those 10,000 hours is very, very hard.
Between momming and wifing and carpooling.
No, just trying to get that stage time. Trying to get on stage. They, at the Comedy Store, the Improv, or wherever, it's hard to break that, rotation into, they can't go to the green room and smoke weed and bro it up. You know what I mean? And hang out, and they just it's not. So they don't get into the bro club. Mm-hmm. If you will, right? So talked about that. I thought you did a wonderful job and you look beautiful doing it. And I thought we did cover a lot of the topics that you asked.
We did. What's so funny is you're sitting there and you were sharing sort of the struggles and the things you've had to overcome and how even with your success, even with being number 2 on Netflix, the hurdles that we still face. And of course I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, please don't get so negative. Can we move on? Please don't be negative. Please don't be negative. Is what I'm thinking in my head. Can I tell you that afterwards, the next 2 days, because I went to the panels the next day and sat in on a few of them. And then even on Saturday after the award show, people came up to me. And the things they kept saying about you was that our panel was so inspiring. Like they used the word, that was the adjective that multiple people used to describe our panel.
Well, that's
that
what I
they
was
felt so
hoping
inspired after.
because it was a lot of, women that are either trying to break into or, get heard or seen or, share their art.
Yes.
And I was hoping to get that across, and I'm glad it did, of like, hey, Renae and I, we continue to create, we continue to find a way, we continue to knock down barriers, we continue to jump hurdles, right?
Yes.
And the whole team on that panel was all part of that, of the, hey, we're going to continue to continue.
The other thing that came out of it that was completely unintentional was we talked about sort of you being true to your Texas roots and your authenticity and how you've built a fan base that way. And after watching all of the other panels, that was a huge theme. Everyone in different areas, PR, marketing, and beauty, and whatever they were talking about, it all went back to authenticity, which I found really interesting because you didn't know anything about the other panels or what they were going to be about. But that was a big thing. And in that the hurdles that have presented themselves have allowed you an opportunity to continue to be super authentic and not have to change for a network or studio notes or any of those things.
But I was just literally, I did a bunch of research. I was telling Rick before you came out. I've been doing like kind of deeper dive, and it's funny and it's interesting that what I have been saying, right? Be authentic, be real, share the quirks, share the
messy parts,
and the messy parts, and don't be so slick. Now with AI, people are really gravitating to the real. They're really gravitating to the not so slick, because then they know that AI didn't help you create it, that it was you, right? So it was a great panel. Then I went off to Fort Lauderdale. You had to host an entire event.
Well, the award show it was like, it's not an entire event, but I hosted the award show. It was awesome. They actually, in my dressing room, when I saw you looking back at it, isn't it so pretty? Isn't she pretty? In my dressing room, they had this waiting for me, which was the.
And what does it say? Tell everybody what it says.
Well, it says the Celestial Awards, Theatrical and Comedy, Renae Trevino. But I never actually got my award from when I won last year. They would just, that year, because it was the first year they'd done it, they were just kind of handing out fake awards. They didn't actually have awards.
Rick, do we notice that I say we and she says I?
What are you talking about?
When I won this award, we didn't win it. You won it. Okay, I just just making sure.
Anyway, so that was the award from the year that I was honored. That we were honored. That I was honored. It says my name on it. It doesn't say your name on it. Leave me alone.
Well, I couldn't be prouder, and I thought it was so funny because one of your favorite things to do is costume change. So they definitely let you costume change a couple times.
That was their suggestion. They were like, you can have a wardrobe change. So I had outfit number 1. That was my red carpet look. I stole Steve's black cowboy hat, and I bought a flapper headband off of Amazon and like trimmed it up and used it as a hat band on your cowboy hat. And then for my second look, I had these blinged out stiletto cowboy boots. It was fun.
Did you enjoy hosting?
I did. Can I tell you that I was so glad I had been through the experience of the Tobin with you? When you hosted the benefit for the flood victims at the Tobin, that was such a big show, and it was so crazy and so chaotic. But I felt totally prepared for this one, having done that with you. And that one, yours was crazy because there was a live TV element also, and having to keep on time with that. So this was
they're like, oh, they're not going to break for commercial for another 3 minutes. We're early. Go out there and figure it out. I'm like, oh, okay, awesome. Like, I'll go figure it out.
So knowing that, I had like a whole sheet of sort of funny one-liners that I had thrown together. Because we were sitting at the audience was sitting at tables, and there was this beautiful purple carpet down the middle. And the Tobin turned the orchestra pit into a staircase. So they had to walk on stage to accept their award, or even the presenters to present their award. So I had like all these different possible lines written that, like, if someone was walking too slow, if
you had to write those lines, I just pop off.
No, you know me. I'm not as quick as you are. So if someone was walking to the stage really fast, but just like time filler things, it was fun. I enjoyed it.
I'm proud of you. And it's funny because last year we all went to the awards. We all saw you get your award. Very proud of you.
Yes.
And I had a moment where I'm like, why is the host a dude? Last year, because it's women in film.
Yeah.
And the host was a male, and I'm like, why would you not have a female host?
Well, I think he was an actor. I can't remember his name. I feel bad. I can't remember his name, but I think they wanted, he was an actor who was from San Antonio, but had some.
And I get it, but I felt like I think everybody kind of felt that.
Yeah.
And then they were like, well, let's let Renae host. She's a woman in film, so. Yeah. Couldn't be prouder. Are there any details that you want to talk about that we missed, or
just that Cecily, the woman who sort of started it and is spearheaded at the CEO of Texas Women in Film. I think that the awards, the purpose of the awards, if anyone is wondering if there's someone wondering if they should get involved with the organization, the awards really highlight. The things about it are great. It highlights women who might not necessarily be highlighted or honored otherwise, and brings attention to them and what they're doing and their cause, their passions.
What I enjoyed most, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, what I enjoyed most was, I felt like you got to meet other strong women in the business without having to I don't want to say networking, but you were able to network with other strong women in the business.
Well, that was what I was about to say is that is the gift of being a part of Women in Film and the Celestial Awards, is it puts us all in a room. It allows us all to see what we're working on, what we're growing, what we're building, cheer each other on in a really encouraging, inspiring, and authentic way. And it doesn't feel like slimy networking.
No, I didn't feel that at all. I felt like everybody was there to celebrate and have a good time. And
yeah,
I definitely met some women that I was like, oh crap, you did that. Oh crap, you did that. Oh wow, you're in charge of that. Like it was really cool. And again, watching Rick get a little juicy. I wanted to be getting juicy with my friend Rick, and we never get to do that. And I was like, man, here's a little time to get juicy with Rick, and then I had to go. So, but definitely thank you, Rick, for always being on board with whatever the Trevinos are doing. And we definitely miss Gigi.
Yes.
We would have loved to see her there. But Rick's car drives itself home, so he can do whatever he wants.
Well, I waited a couple hours just sitting in the lobby drinking some water. So, thank you guys for having me. That was a lot of fun. I will say, the one thing I will say is, it's kind of like when you watch college and then you see the pros. They're two different games. When I was there, I had everything prepared in my head, and I thought I was doing well until I seen you two speak in front of a crowd. Like, you two are so professional, and I'm kind of lower freshman college. Like the difference is just unbelievable.
But your knowledge is professional, and that's what we needed. And Rick, I thought you did a fantastic job.
I did too.
I should have sat next to you so I could hold your hand a little bit and rub your leg. You were very, very nervous. And that's the other thing. Like, you are so very good at what you do, and you on set, you're like the man. Like you just have this kind of cool, don't worry about it, everything's going to be figured out.
I got it all under control.
I got it under control, kind of. And then to see you go up there and all the wheels fall the fuck off. And I'm like, hey, what?
I don't think that's an accurate description at all. Leave him alone.
But we definitely appreciate you. So that was,
someone did say, when they were like talking about our panel, they said, oh, and then there was Deanna, just smart and sensible at the end, waiting for her turn to speak. Like, come on, guys, keep it together.
Deanna was very respectful and great. And of course, Brian's always long-winded, right? Yes, we're sitting there going, oh my God. Oh, Brian, can we get some punchlines? We need punchlines, Brian. But speaking of podcasting, the next topic, many, many moons ago, you remember me getting arrested in Portland.
Yes.
Okay. With Butterbean.
Yes.
Okay. That story, because Matt Edgar was doing the show.
Yes.
Tony and Matt Edgar were with me when that happened.
Okay. And that's right. They were part of it.
Yes. They brought up the story.
They brought up the story on a recent episode.
I was going to say, We should show it. We should show it so everyone has that side of it.
The context?
Yeah,
Okay.
so they tell the story.
Okay, so
and-
wait, are we inserting the clip here, Rick? Is that what we're doing?
Yep.
So we do the show, we had drinks, we had a lot of fun, and our buddy insisted that we have to try a place that we had never heard of called Whataburger. And there we are in line talking about pro wrestling, goofing around, fucking doing whatever we were doing. He was wearing, I believe, the same jeans he's wearing now. Skinny jeans. My jeans were probably skinnier. It was a different time. Needless to say, in Texas, maybe we kind of stood out a little bit. And we're in line at Whataburger, and I'll never forget, we're goofing around in line, and it's late. It's like 2:30 or whatever, and I placed my first Whataburger order, and I hand over the $5 bill. I'll never forget the $5 bill. And at that moment, the lady takes the $5 bill. This is back when you paid with cash at times. And a voice goes, he won't be needing that food. You can give him back that $5 bill. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? And there's a giant police officer over my shoulder. And the lady goes, and she hands me the $5 bill. I take it, and we're like, what's the problem, basically? And the cop's like, don't even talk to me. If you guys say another word, you're going to be under arrest. And we're like, okay. So we walk outside. The headliner buddy of ours, who I think we were supposed to order food for, or was coming in behind us, goes, where are you guys going? Where's your food? He's on a cell phone. And we go, we just got kicked out. And he is friends with the mayor of Portland, Texas.
Who we were with.
Yeah.
The mayor was, we were with the mayor.
Well, we were with him earlier in the night,
Yeah.
right? And we were staying at his house, I believe.
Correct.
Oh, wait. Yes. We're supposed to stay at his house that night. And so my buddy goes to the cop and he goes, what the fuck is the deal? These are my good friends. They're visiting from California. This is their first Whataburger experience. Why are you kicking them out? And this cop goes, if you say one more fucking word to me, I'm going to put you under arrest. And he goes, well, fuck, you don't know who you're fucking with. And the cop's like, you're under fucking arrest. You're under arrest. You get over here. He cuffs him, puts him in the car. He literally calls the mayor who comes and picks us up. And again, we're like, man, this cop's going to be like in trouble. Yeah. He doesn't know who he's fucking with. Anyway, long story short, he gets out of jail that night. He comes to the house. We have more drinks, which is crazy. The next day, we have to go to Houston or something like that. We're driving to another city, hungover as fuck. And the headliner gets a phone call. And he goes, you guys shut up. Because we've just been giggling for 18 years together. So he goes, you guys shut up. This is the chief of police calling. I'm going to find out what the fuck really happened last night. And he goes, what's up, chief? And it's on speakerphone. And so me and Matt are in the backseat like, here we go. And he goes, man, what the hell happened last night? Why did I get arrested? And the voice, the chief of police goes, well, yeah, I talked to the officer. He said there were a couple it's fighting at a Whataburger, rolling around at a Whataburger, and they were doing some kind of horseplay or something like that. And
he wasn't wrong.
Yeah.
And here's the crazy part is Eric, right?
Uh-huh.
Eric, assistant videographer guy.
Yes.
He was there too.
No way. I don't remember him being a part of this story.
He was my designated driver.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
And Freddie Garcia, mayor of Gregory.
Yes, I remember.
Was there as well.
Yes.
So should I tell the story or do you have questions first, Rick?
No, let's tell the story.
Okay. And I'll never forget, it was...
I wasn't there, so I remember your version of the story that you told me years ago when it happened.
Yes.
And then I remember years after that how anytime we would go back home to Portland, you would give that police officer a hard time.
Well, it turns out he's a real piece of shit from a lot of the messages that I'm getting, which doesn't surprise me, right?
Yeah. So what happened? What did they say? Because I haven't seen the clip.
So there's nobody in Whataburger. Okay.
Uh-huh.
Me, Matt Edgar, Tony Hinchcliffe, and Tony and Matt are my opening act.
Yes.
Okay. We had no money. We all drove there together.
Yeah.
Okay. We all go out that night. Eric is underage at that time. So I ask Eric if he'll be our designated driver. Okay. And I also remember this specifically, the time had changed. It was either spring or fall, but the time had changed, right?
I think it was fall back for some reason.
It might have been fall back, right? So we all have drinks. We have a great time. After a show, we all go to Whataburger. Okay. And I'm telling the guys like, oh, we got to go to Whataburger. Like, you know, that's what you do, man. You have drinks and then you go to Whataburger, right?
Small town. It's the only place open.
So we walk in, there's two cops sitting in the corner. Now, Whataburger hires cops on the weekends to manage the situation, right?
Yes.
So they're sitting in the corner. We walk in.
They're technically off-duty cops, right?
They're not working for they're hired by Whataburger.
Okay.
Right? As security. So we walk in, I give my order, I hand my credit card to Eric, and I go, there's my order, I gotta pee. Right? Matt Edgar and Tony Hinchcliffe are next. I go to the restroom. By the time I come out of the restroom, Butterbean, okay, is standing there. This big fat slob of a cop, right? Is standing there. And I see the look on Matt's face and Tony's face. And this cop's like, they're not eating here. Give them their money. They're leaving.
Okay, I'm shocked for you to call him what you did because you usually always back the blue. So for you to describe someone to describe an officer that way, really shows your feelings toward him personally.
But that's the biggest issue that we have. The biggest issue that we have is that a few ruin it for the rest.
Yeah.
And the biggest issue is that a guy like this guy should not continue to work. Right?
Yeah.
They need to clean out when guys act like this.
Yeah.
When guys do things like this, the police need to police themselves and get those guys out of there. The shitty part is that this guy has continued to work.
Still? I thought
Yes.
they moved.
Hold on, I'll tell the whole story.
I'll stop interrupting.
So he's like, you guys are leaving. And I go, hey man, I don't know what's going on. I said, but we're all comedians. And he goes, was I fucking talking to you? To me. And I go, no. I said, but what's going on? He goes, if you keep talking, I will arrest you. And I go, arrest me for what? I go, I'm just trying to find out what's going on. He goes, it's none of your business. You're all out of here or I'm going to arrest all of you. And then I look at the manager and I go, do you want us gone? Are we out of line? And the manager goes, no. And I go, they don't want us out of here. You work for Whataburger. We're not out of line. He goes, get out or I will arrest you. Right? So I go, you know what? Try not to cause any issues. I go, whatever, man. I go, that's fine. Right? Yeah. So we walk out and I tell Eric, go get our money back because we had already paid. Right? The cop, now remember, there's the fat boy Butterbean and then there's a Gregory cop. But the Gregory cop's on duty in Gregory, just hanging out, having coffee. Freddie's the mayor of that town.
The friend that's with you.
So Freddie goes to the other cop and goes, man, what are y'all doing? Like, what are you doing? He knows the cop. He's the mayor, right? And then that dude tells Freddie, don't fucking get involved, right? So we go outside. They follow us outside. So now Butterbean, right, is going,
harassing.
He goes, get in your car and leave. I go, I will leave as soon as my designated driver comes back. I don't have the keys. He goes, get in the car or I'm going to arrest you. I go, stop saying that. I go, you really need to stop saying that. And he goes, well, I will arrest you. I go, for what, man? For what? I go, you asked us to leave. We're leaving. I'm waiting for the designated driver. And as soon as he gets out here, we'll leave. And he goes, if you don't shut your fucking mouth, I will arrest you. And I go, you can't. I haven't done anything. He goes, I can. I go, I will let you because I will not resist. But technically speaking, I haven't done anything wrong, right? I go, don't you understand? I go, haven't you learned this? Didn't they teach you this at Del Mar? That Del Mar is like the community college that these cops go to when there's not a like they can go to this college and they get a certificate that says they can now be cops, right? Yeah. And I'm sure a lot of great cops have come through that program, right? So he goes, turn around, you're arrested. So I turn around, he cuffs me, They call Portland PD, right? And it's a young dude. So the Portland PD gets there and he goes, hey, sir, why am I arresting you? What did you do? I go, I don't know, man. You tell me. And he goes, well, I don't know what you did, but you really pissed off that cop. He goes, and they told me that you were out of line and aggressive. And I go, no, man, that's not the case at all. Right? I go into town, right? And the best part is, and I cannot believe that Tony and Matt left this out. They're staying with Freddie at Freddie's house. But Freddie has 2 German Shepherds, and they wouldn't come out of the room. They had to pee so bad, they peed through the screen because they were afraid of the dogs, right? So, bang, within 2 hours, Portland goes, hey, do you have somebody who can pick you up?
Wait, but they didn't arrest Tony and Matt,
No,
just you.
just me, right? I take my mugshot. There is a mugshot. Take my mugshot.
How have I not seen it?
I hope we don't see it. They take my mugshot, but then within like in 2 hours, I get a phone call, or the cops. They don't even like put me in to the jail.
You're still in processing.
I'm just sitting there, and he goes, "Hey man, is there somebody who can come pick you up?" And I go, "Yeah." So Freddie comes to pick me up, and that was it. But I was
the
pissed.
mayor of the next town over comes to pick you
no,
up.
here's what's crazy. The next day, I have a show, and I'm doing radio. So I get on radio, and I just start blasting this dude, calling him butter. I mean, he literally is a fat slob. There's no way he's catching anybody on foot. If I would have ran off, he would. There's no way he's catching me unless he rolls towards me.
Not with those calves, that's for sure.
So I make fun of him on the radio, like people are hitting him up. Oh, so then on the way home, the next day, would do the show, do radio. I shit all over him, roast him on the radio, even give his badge number out. Other cops are calling in, and some of the cops are like, "Oh yeah, dude, that dude got fired from Portland for excessive force, and now he's at the sheriff's department." And I'm like, "Okay, wait a minute. You got fired from Portland for abuse of power, then you're now sitting doing the same shit to me. That's my point.
Yeah.
Why is this guy still working?" Right? Why are they still hiring this POS, right?
Yeah.
So then, get this. So now we're driving back to LA. Well, my friend, all right, I'm not going to say his full name, CF, okay? Very good friend of mine, related to my brother-in-law. He works Whataburger sometimes. So I call him up, and he goes, "Oh, dude, he's sitting here with me right now."
No way.
And I go, "Oh, Butterbean? That fat piece of shit? Boss Hog?" I go, "You mean Boss Hog's in there, right?" And I'm like roasting him. So he goes, "I'll call you back." So he calls me back, and I put it on speaker. We're driving down the road. And I go, "Dude, please tell me what's going on," right? And he goes, "Well, he told me that a couple of LA faggots came in their skinny jeans, and he wasn't going to have that shit at Whataburger." That's what he said. I go, "So that's what it was. He saw these 2 guys in skinny jeans, right?
Yeah.
Not looking the part, and he just wanted them out of there." Right? So then, get this. I don't know what happens at Sinton, but then he then goes, this is such small town shit, Rick. He then gets, whatever happens in Sinton, he then becomes the chief of police of Aransas Pass, Texas.
That's right. I remember because we did a fundraiser there.
Guess who the mayor of Aransas Pass, Texas is? Renae's cousin. So Renae's cousin hires me to do a fundraiser for the Knights of Columbus or
it was a kids program they were raising money for.
Well, guess who is front row? Butterbean.
I remember this.
Dude,
that's why I remember him.
I roast his ass for 20 minutes. And he's just sitting there taking it. And by the way, the audience is losing their minds. He has to sit there and take it.
I mean, they were really funny jokes.
It was funny. So then, get this. So I roast him there. Then you weren't with me. I forget where I was. Maybe it was a wedding or something that you couldn't make. but I'm with Kenny and brother-in-law Kenny and my sister Victoria. Again, we go to Whataburger. Guess who's sitting in the corner? Butterbean.
Oh, I don't know this part.
So he comes over to me and I go, "Hey man, are you here to apologize?" And he was like, "Apologize?" I go, "Yeah, you owe me an apology. What you did was bullshit. You know it. I know it." I go, "You apologize? I'll never make fun of you again." He goes, "I'm not apologizing." I go, "Then take your fat ass back to the corner, sit the fuck down and shut up." And my sister was like, and he turned around and sat his ass down. And my sister's like, "Are you crazy?" I go, "He's not going to arrest me again."
We hope not.
Like he would be a fucking idiot. And it's a room full of people in Whataburger. I go, he'd be a fucking idiot to arrest me right now.
Yeah.
So he sat the fuck down, and every time I would drive by him, I would yell, "Butterbean," right? And then for a long time, it just kind of sat there.
I completely forgotten about this.
The only thing that Tony says in there that really bothered me is that he said that I said, "Do you know who the fuck you're fucking with?" I never said that.
Yeah.
I never said that. I never was like, you know who the fuck I am. Like never.
That's not. I don't think I've ever heard you say that.
No, I never said that. However, them telling the story has kind of brought things back up, right? So I shared the.
What did they say?
They told what they remember of the story.
What happened while you were in the restroom?
Just the whole story of what they remember.
Okay.
That happened on Kill Tony, and then I put that video on my regular Facebook, not my fan page, which I need to do.
Yeah.
I don't know how to find the clip, Rick or Darren. We got to find the clip.
I found it.
Okay, we need to share it on my other pages. But all of a sudden, and I my Steve Trevino page, the original Facebook page,
Your personal page.
That's where I have so many friends and family from back home. I shared it. Well, and then my friend Larry Baker, he was like, "This was you, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, that was me, right?" But so I share it, and then all these comments started coming in, and a lot of people were like, "Dude, that dude's a POS. That dude's now working in Sinton. That dude has always abused his power." Let me give you an example of the kind of human this man is, okay?
Yeah.
After that happened, I am flying from Dallas to Corpus. I see that he's on my flight, okay? Butterbean's on my flight.
You've never told me this.
I know, because it's freaking small town, right? Butterbean's on my flight.
How many years later?
A few years later.
Okay.
That POS goes up to the counter, flashes his badge so he can board before everybody. Literally went over there, and he was like, I'm PD, and here's my badge. Can I go ahead and board? And I'm like, bro, that alone is abusing power.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of human this man is.
Yeah.
Now here's the crazier part. There was a Trevino in Taft that was doing a scholarship. I sent out a message and I said, "Hey, really cool what you're doing. I've got $500 for your scholarship," from me and my wife. Right? She reaches out and she goes, "I'm embarrassed to say that cop that arrested you," and that was the same weekend, is my brother-in-law. I go, "Oh, so your piece of shit brother-in-law arrested me and I'm now giving you money?" Of course I gave it to him because it's the right thing to do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she had nothing to do with it.
But how crazy is that, Rick?
It's amazing.
So why do you think why were they talking about it anyway, Tony and Matt?
I mean, they were probably just like, "Oh man, here's all the wild things we've done together." Because Tony and Matt have been best friends since forever.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Matt Edgar.
I just think it's funny. They're like, "Here's this wild thing that happened to us," and they didn't even get arrested. You were the one who got arrested.
Well, because they were scared, and I'm like, I'm not scared. We didn't do anything.
Yeah.
We didn't do anything. We're not out of line. There was never a warning. I have no problem with him going, "Hey guys, tone it down." Right? "Hey guys, you're a little loud."
Right.
"Hey guys, there's some, you've said some inappropriate things that everybody can hear." I can understand that. But we were literally the only ones in the Whataburger. Nobody else but the cops. So we're not bothering anybody but them, right? But there was no warning. And then literally by the time I went to the restroom and back, this dude's on their ass. And already and immediately threatening to arrest.
Yeah.
Not, hey guys, keep it down.
Right.
Hey guys, be respectful. Nothing. He was already up and he was already threatening to arrest them. Within 4 minutes of us being in Whataburger.
Yeah. He probably should not be the security cop at Whataburger.
Well, he shouldn't have a badge at all.
Yeah.
This man should not have a badge at all. The way that he behaved and the way that he acted.
I knew he had moved from place to place. So I thought he had moved enough places and that people had caught on, especially in a small community, and that he was gone. The fact that he's still employed
it's beyond me. I mean, and that's the problem. And that's the issue. I absolutely love law enforcement. I believe in law and order. There are so many cops out there that are out there every single day dealing with the worst of the worst, who are putting their life on the line, who are amazing police officers. Problem is that it is frowned upon to speak against your own police officers. Does that make sense? If police come out and say, hey, that you shouldn't do that, then all the other cops go, hey, dude, we got to back up cops. Not when they're doing the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Which is even crazier. Of course I follow the City of Portland Facebook, right? They had to put out a statement of this cop that literally has now been suspended because he arrested somebody unlawfully. And Portland had to put that out and go, hey, we saw what happened, out of line, and they
Are we talking about the same cop or you're talking about another cop?
No, another cop.
Oh, okay.
Right? Where apparently he did the same thing. He arrested somebody unlawfully.
Yes.
Right? Just because.
Right.
Right? And that cop got in trouble. But to me, that is the issue. Cops should be able to police cops. Cops should be able to make sure that cops are not above the law. Right? It does drive me crazy when I see cops running stop signs, when I see cops not going the speed limit. It's stuff like that where you're like, dude, we're watching you.
Yeah.
Do things right.
Yeah.
And to all those cops out there who do things right, thank you. And we appreciate you and we love you. However, we got to hold the other cops accountable.
Yeah.
Right? Rick, any thoughts on that?
Oh, I'm not touching that with a 10-foot pole.
What? I just can't, and then somebody was like, oh yeah, he's employed in Sinton right now. Yeah. And I put on that post, I said, shame on you, Sinton. Like, shame on you guys. Like, really?
Yeah.
Come on, Sinton, Texas. Like, what are you doing? So here it is.
I mean, my thing is, do they not have a paper trail to be able to fire him in the way they need to?
It's still the best. I think one of the best sweet karma stories I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Sweet karma. That's okay. I was going to say, we still have more to talk about. So I'm like, let's move on to the next. Does Rick know what happened to you this weekend?
I sent him the video.
He sent me the video.
Okay, wait,
real quick. Butterbean is a total crook. My brother-in-law, Rip, he passed away, was a policeman with AAP Police, which is Ranzas Pass Department, and left because Blanche, I'm not going to say it all, was a crook. Allegedly, everybody. So I don't get sued. So there you go. I mean, it's the fact that this guy continues to work is very, very concerning to me.
Yeah.
Very disappointing. And you're right. They know what he's done. They see it on the resume. They can look up what he's done and hasn't done, and yet they still hire him. It's unbelievable. So go ahead. What were you going to say?
What happened to you this weekend?
Well, first of all, this podcast is sponsored by Encore Jets.
Yes, it is.
We are so very blessed to have Eric and Jen in our lives, and I at first they would always, they're very kind and they fly us out, and at first I'd be like, man, I don't really want to talk about me being on a private jet because it seems braggadocious, but at this point I have made them a sponsor of the podcast because they have totally, not only they've just enhanced my life with their friendship, with the rides they give me to and from shows. I just cannot thank them enough. And even though I'm not somebody that celebrates my birthday, it was so nice to have, well, I wanted to be with you, couldn't be with you because you were hosting.
Yes.
And they came along and they just make my weekend so much better and so much more fun. And, now I have somebody to hang out with. And so Encore Jets, if you or somebody ever wants to fly private, please reach out to Encore Jets. They are just wonderful human beings, and they have shared so much with me in my life and made my life better. So with that being said, flew out with them, right? Got there on Friday. For those of you that do not know, I canceled my show in August. I think it was August. I will tell you, just to backtrack a little bit, I've only missed 9 shows in the history of me doing stand-up comedy. 9.
Which we're talking about 20 years.
20 plus years.
Yeah.
And we're also talking about a minimum of 45 weeks a year.
Yeah.
Where I don't call in sick. If I'm sick, I still go. Right?
Yeah, you've taken anti-nausea meds. You were probably about to shit yourself, and you still walked on stage.
and I have had 102 fevers on stage. I will not cancel because, again, and I've said it before, if my father and other people can wake up every single day for their family to go to a very, very difficult job, like being a welder, a pipe fitter, a garbage man, a street guy, a bricklayer, any of those jobs. If they can do that, I can tell jokes for a living.
Yeah.
Right. Have I ever told that story, Rick?
Yes, I think
early on, where my dad humbled my ass.
Yeah.
You were complaining about waking up for radio?
Yeah. And my dad and across the hallway were carpet layers, and my dad goes, "Really, dude? You can't wake up to tell dick jokes, and these guys are over here laying carpet at freaking 2 a.m?" And that put everything into perspective for me. So I do not miss. I take a lot of pride in trying to make sure that I make gigs, to the point where when flights are canceled, the first thing I do is, can I drive there and make it? First thing I do. Or what are my other options?
Yeah.
Do I need to buy a plane ticket on another plane? I go over and above, and there have been situations where I barely make it, but I made sure to find a way.
Yeah.
Right? So I always find a way. In this particular situation, all of Texas had a weather storm on it. So that meant that Houston was shut down, Dallas was shut down, Austin, San Antonio, all of Texas.
Yeah, because I remember we were trying to figure out, could you drive to Houston and get on a flight there?
Couldn't do it.
Could you drive to Dallas and get on a flight there? Yeah.
And then to top it off, Atlanta was completely down, and then so was Colorado. So they were like, you're not getting out. And even tomorrow, we can't even get you on a flight because we're so backed up. Right? And the reason I bring up Eric and Encore Jets is because that was my next phone call was, hey, Eric, I will book one of your jets to get there.
Yeah.
Eric's response was, I've already rented them all out because everybody's having the same issue you're having. You're a day late. It's been going on for
right.
for
Did
2
we
days.
mention that they also fly? Can we say that they also fly organs? So that's kind of their priority.
Yeah.
Is not getting a comedian to his show, but getting someone their life-saving organ.
So I take quite pride in always finding a way.
Yeah.
Right? Couldn't drive because I was flying out the same day. Now that has changed in my life. I will say that, and I'm not ashamed to say it. I used to fly out the night before. That way I would make sure 1,000%. Now I fly out day of, but I only do that because I want to spend as much time with my family as possible. So now I risk flying out day of, and thank God it's worked out, except for that one.
Yeah.
Where I want to spend as much time at home with my family as I can, right? That was not the case 10 years ago when I didn't have kids. Now it's like I have kids. I want to go to bed with my kids, and I will leave day of so I can have more time with my family. So it was really fun because, well, what they did was they offered everybody that had a ticket. They said, Steve is now rescheduled. Do you want to move your tickets over here? I would say 80% of them agreed to do that.
Yeah.
Right? So I walk on stage Friday, and it was so much fun because I go, you know, if I canceled on you and you kept your tickets and you came back here, raise your hand. So they would raise their hand, and I would tell them, thank you. Thank you for being patient. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for coming back. I want to tell you from the bottom of my heart, thank you, and I'm sorry that I canceled on you.
Yeah.
I know you had plans, right? And then I go, I've only canceled 9 shows in my whole life, but I have a good reason, guys. And then I would go, one was for the birth of my child.
Yeah.
Then I would tell the story, right? The Brad Garrett story, you know, the bit from Till Death, I'd tell the story.
Yeah.
Then I would go the second time, okay? I said it's going to be sad, but there's a happy ending. And I tell them that we had the miscarriage. And that was the other reason I missed, right? Which is also a very good reason. Then I tell the story about us having to go to the fertility clinic and all that, right?
Yes.
So it was really fun to be able to tie in. First of all, I'm sorry that I canceled. Second of all, these are the only reasons I've ever canceled.
Right.
Right? And you're weak. So that was the spiel all weekend. Sunday show.
That was how you opened the show.
Every week, every show, right? And to be honest with you, I had a lot of fun doing it. Tons of fun
You
doing
were probably just happy to do something different. You
Yeah,
haven't
I was
been
doing something
every
different,
week.
you know.
Yeah. The
I-
discovery.
I walk on stage Sunday and I go, hey guys, if you're here, same thing, and I canceled on you, raise your hand. And this woman goes, you shouldn't have canceled on us. And I said, look, I go, that's why I'm asking. I'm very apologetic. She goes, well, it's bullshit what you did to us. And I go, hang on. I go, I've only missed 9 shows in 20 years. She goes, that's too many. That's too many. So I go, can I explain? And she was like, no, it's bullshit what you did to us. So I sit down and I go, look, guys. And by the way, the audience is not having it. The audience is like, what the fuck is wrong with this chick? So I sit on the stool.
Yeah.
And I go, let's calm down. I go, I really want to understand what your issue is. She goes, my issue is that you canceled on us and that's irresponsible and what a bullshit thing to do. And I go, have you never called in sick to work?
That's what I was going to say.
She goes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And I go, you know what? At that point, I go, clearly you're not getting it. I go, she goes, well, it'd be okay if it was for a good reason. And I go, well, I'm about to explain to you my good reasons if you'll listen, right? And she goes, it doesn't matter. What you did to us is bullshit and you suck.
She said that?
So I go, finally, I'm
Why
like,
did she buy tickets in the first place?
finally I go, you know what? I go, clearly you're not going to get it. I go, I never do this. I go, but you got to go. You're gone. Bye. The audience was like, yeah, right? I go, you're done. Leave, right? So then security comes over. They're talking to her. They're not getting it. I go, you're not getting it. You are kicked out. Get your shit, pay your tab, and leave. So then the dude gets up, right? And he's like, oh, dude, what the fuck you, man? Fuck you, you fucking asshole. And you suck. I go, I suck? How do you know? I go, you can't even watch the show because your dumb wife won't shut up and now you got to leave. Bye. So then security comes over. He's like trying to walk towards me. He put this big security guard, puts his arms around him and then physically just starts pushing him out.
What a scene, Steve Trevino. Oh my gosh. That's too much for me.
Well, I love Jen because Jen was like, I was so mad, and how dare she talk to you that way? And I go, if Renae was there, I go, Renae, you and Renae would have been watching this shit. Renae would have wanted to get closer. But they end up
I
outside.
might have choked a bitch out.
But apparently they ended up outside, and this dude was like, she was throwing punches, and
She was
yes.
throwing punches?
Yes.
Okay, I was about to say, I was like, this is not a normal human reaction. When you started this story, I'm like, for the show to start this way, either they were fighting before they showed up, or she was mad about something else. There was a whole lot of life happening that had absolutely nothing to do with you and your show.
What I love about it is, as a dude, when your wife gets out of line, you feel like you have to back her up. But I guarantee you, if he was the one getting out of line, she would have been outside. She would have been like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot."
I don't know. I feel like that's a good Wedding Wednesday topic. Actually, that's a really good topic. Because I don't know. You and I don't always back each other up if one of us is out of line.
I am so lucky that I have such a classy wife, and if you acted like that, I would have walked out. I would have just been like, I would have gone, "Dude, stop," and you're being inappropriate. And if you would have continued, I would have just been like, I would have probably gone, "We need to leave. Like, me and you need to leave."
I was like, you probably would have grabbed me by the shoulders, I feel like.
And been like, let's
hand on the back and said, "Renae, you had a little too much.
We need to go.
Yeah.
Like, it's time to go.
Have you ever had to remove me from someplace because I'm a little too much?
No.
Or I drank too much? I was like, I don't think we've had that situation before.
I mean, we had the one time in Vegas, but I didn't have to remove you. You left drunkenly, willingly.
Get me back to my room, please.
But you were sloppy drunk.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was just one of those moments where I'm just like, because I don't like kicking people out. Because if she would have shut up and I would have gone, the reason I canceled the first time was for the birth of my child, I would think somebody would go, "Oh, yeah, that is a pretty good reason." Oh, and then our miscarriage. Oh, wow. Really great reason.
Yeah.
So in 22 years, this guy's only missed 4 shows? Wow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because of weather and because I couldn't get there, like everybody else did. Everybody else was like, "Oh, wow, like I understand why, you would cancel,
Yeah.
And that was
I remember you having to cancel, and I was like, when you called, because you were like communicating with me. I don't know where I was. I think I might have been traveling or something. I don't know.
We were in Rockport because I was flying out of Corpus because Garrett had that baseball tournament.
But I remember you like legit not being able to go. And even Eric and Jen texting me and them being like, "We are trying, but like we're dealing with weather issues too. Like I'm sorry. Like we can't, we're sorry we couldn't help." Like, yeah.
But it was just sometimes I feel like, man, I was a little aggressive on that person or I could have handled that differently. Like, I don't feel any remorse. I'm like, you know what? You got to go. And you act like an idiot, and I don't feel bad for you.
My question is, after having gone through that, you as a performer, because it happened at the top of your show, how do you change the vibe in the room after that?
It was perfect because what I was doing already leaned right into why I canceled. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It was a great transition because I go, "Oh, she wants to know why I canceled, and she wasn't willing to hear it. Well, if she was here, she'd feel really bad because I canceled for the birth of my child." And then boom, everybody's like, "Oh, get me into it. Tell me why."
Yeah.
Right? So
I guess they don't want their night and their show ruined either,
But yeah, I mean, it was just one of those moments where I was just like, clearly you're not listening. Then come to find out that she was had already been warned to be quiet during the other comedian set. So they were already warned.
Oh, so she was already sloshed.
Yeah, she was already being a pain in the ass. I do find it interesting that all my years of comedy,
Yes.
99% of the people
I think I know what
that
you're
get out of
gonna say.
line
I think I know what you're gonna say.
are women. I have done thousands of shows. It is fair to say that I have done thousands and thousands of shows. And
I'm like thinking of the times I've been in the room and I've seen something happening. There was the time, Rick, have we ever talked about this on the podcast? The time that someone rushed the stage? And that was a long time ago before like rushing the stage was a thing.
I have audio. I don't know where it is anymore, but I did have audio. I wish I would have recorded it. But also coincidentally, it was also the weekend that I got to meet Zach Galifianakis.
That part of the story I don't remember.
That was my one and only time to ever meet Zach Galifianakis. was that weekend. It was Indianapolis. Actually, Timmy could also elaborate on this story. It was Indianapolis. They have a comedy club called Crackers. I don't know if they do anymore. But there's one downtown, there's one in Broad Ripple. Okay. I always played the Broad Ripple, right? Which makes sense because I'm not a downtown comedian. Zach Galifianakis was playing downtown, and one of the worst blizzards in Indianapolis history was blowing through. Well, the management came up to me and said, if 20 people show up, we're having a show.
At Broad Ripple.
At Broad Ripple.
Okay.
Zach shows up and he's like, dude, are y'all having a show?
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, yeah. He goes, my show got canceled downtown, right? So I was able to meet him, and he went on stage. That was the first night. He went on stage at my show because they shut down downtown.
Yeah.
Well, throughout the night, the blizzard persisted, and I said, hey, I go, show tonight? And they were like, if 20 people show up, we're having a show. I'm like, great. So I get there, and I'm not kidding you, dude, 19 people showed up. And I'm like, fuck. And they're like, Steve, you're still doing the show. I'm like, all right. So I get on stage. Well, first of all, the opening act, and I forget who it was, this crowd boos them off the stage.
Oh, no.
Like, the whole crowd is rowdy. The whole crowd is talking shit. The whole crowd is, I remember the opening act, like, bailed. Like, 7 minutes into it, I'm in the green room knowing that he's supposed to do 30. And then, like, he's like, I'm like, what are you doing in here? And he's like, fuck him. That crowd's crazy. He's like, I don't want to deal with it. So I'm like, all right. So the crowd is very proud of themselves that they've ran the comedian off.
Oh, no, that's not good.
So they're cheering. They think it's hilarious. I now have to walk on stage. I'm trying to calm everybody down.
I don't know why
right?
this is so funny for you.
I go, all right. I go, let's start this show over. Everybody just chill out. Well, this one girl in the audience was like, fuck that, and we're the show now, and like just being obnoxious, right? And I go, please shut up. And then her boyfriend was like, don't tell my girlfriend to shut up. I'll kick your ass. I will kick your ass right now. And he's probably like in his 20s. And I go, bro, you're like a little baby. I go, you're not kicking anybody's ass, right? So he starts walking towards the stage, right? And he's like, I will kick your ass. And by this time, I'm looking around like, management, security.
But that's what I said. This was years ago before people were doing stuff like this, you know?
Like, no, I'm like looking around like, at this point, somebody should be, and by the way,
somebody's going to stop
Rocky
him.
was on the road with me.
Rocky is your size, but half your weight.
And I'm like, well, where's Rocky? Rocky's one of the toughest dudes I know. Where's Rocky? I told the guy, I go, do not walk on this stage. I said, if you walk on this stage, I will knock you the fuck out. Dude, he takes one step on that step to come on stage, and dude, uppercut. Boom. Dude, I hit this dude. He goes flying. I get off the stage. He gets up to come at me again. I tackle him, and I pin him down. Here comes Rocky. Here comes Timmy.
Finally.
Here comes Timmy. Peel me off this guy. Cops show up. Thank God I had audio. They had audio. So the dude's all busted up. The girlfriend's crying.
But they had the audio of him harassing you, and then
yeah.
you
So I was
him.
so the cop came into the green room. We played the audio, and he was like, "Oh no," he's like, "We're good. Hey man, you want us to call an ambulance? You want to get out of here?" And they made him leave. But I didn't press charges. But yes, 19 people, and I'm in a freaking fit. Now get this. I go, Rocky, where the fuck were you guys? Right?
Was he making out with the girl in the back?
No, he goes, no man, we were all doing shots. We were all doing shots with Timmy.
There's only 19
And
people
I'm like,
in the
yeah, there's
audience.
only 19 people. Dude,
wrong?
management was doing shots. They're all hanging out in the back. Like,
He's like, I did my job. I counted the room.
Blizzard.
19 people.
But that was, I wish I still had the audio because it was pretty funny to hear it go down. That was before the social media trend because I would have already been famous then had that happened. And my thing is, I'm debating whether to share that video, Rick, or not.
Well, the funniest part of that video, by the way, is you having the crowd sing "na na na na."
Oh yeah, we all started going na 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 na, hey hey hey, goodbye, and then I go bye.
But you know what, too? I have seen you several times when someone in the audience mouths off or, is ruining the experience for the rest of the audience, and you usually will settle it. You usually will calm it down, pacify, and move on.
Because I have what I call positive hecklers. My hecklers don't hate me. They're usually having too good of a time, and they're usually like, I say that, I do that, and woo, love you, Steve. Those are the hecklers that I get, right? Yeah. I get the, can you do the auctioneer bit? And I'm like, hey, calm down. I know you love me, but you can't be screaming out, and I'm probably not going to do that. So I can handle it because they love me. Yeah. This was one of those situations where it was like, clearly you don't want to be here. Clearly you're not going to let me explain myself. Yeah. And clearly you're pissed off, and I'm not going to make you happy, and you're not going to get it. So leave. So usually, I can deal with positive hecklers. Yeah. It's the I don't get the hecklers that hate me. And that was what was so weird. She hated me, and she was not going to allow me to redeem myself or explain myself. Yeah. And
she already hated you from the top. You hadn't even said anything offensive or misogynistic
Dude, I'm not kidding. I walked on stage, and she was already giving it to me, and I'm like, whoa, like I didn't even get to apologize. Yeah. Like I was trying to apologize to the audience. Any questions on that one, Rick?
No. I was going to ask if you're going to post it, but it seems like you're contemplating it.
I don't know. I don't know. Out of context, I think it makes me look like the bad guy.
Oh, I don't think that's true. I think the video, just the way that they won't exit the club, like they're physically forced out. You could tell they're not in the right frame of mind.
Well, I think because this podcast episode is going to have the Tony Hinchcliffe clip from Kill Tony, then maybe we should just add that clip to this episode, and it'll be the clip episode.
Real fucking easy. She has to go. Kick her out. Your handle. Your handle. Bye. It's gonna be fucking perfect. Yeah, you've just been kicked out. You have to go. You have to go. There's nothing to argue about. Bye, guys. And you have to pay your tab. Do what? Fuck me, dickhead? Fuck me? I'm the dickhead? Oh, yeah, you're so mad. Oh, he's mad. She's mad. He's mad. I suck. You haven't even seen my show, dumbass, because your wife wouldn't shut the fuck up. Time to go. This is great. Let me tell you why this is great. I wanted to tell you guys
The other 2 weeks that I canceled were because the first one was because I had a baby. I would say that is a valid excuse.
You look good for having a baby.
What?
I said you look good for having a baby.
Well, thank you, sir. See, you get to stay if it's a little funny. I don't know, man. I take pride in having a very classy audience.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want people to think that those are the kind of things that happen at my shows, because they don't.
I agree.
You know, as a matter of fact, one of the reasons comedy clubs and theaters absolutely love me is because they say, oh my God, everybody shows up, they spend money, the women are always dressed up and looking nice, and they drink premium drinks, they eat, they're very respectful, they tip well.
Yeah.
You know, so I take great pride in gathering up amazing
The
people.
caliber of your audience.
Yes, the caliber of my audience, and I do not want people to think that this happens.
I was gonna say,
It doesn't.
And to be completely honest, the fact that you are a Mexican American comic, and that is the caliber of the audience you bring.
Thank you. And then on top of that, to mention also that in the 22 years of me doing stand up, so that we're all aware, I've never kicked anybody out.
I was gonna say, it usually doesn't come from you. It's usually like the bouncer or security that deems someone's behavior is inappropriate, and they're the one that steps in and does that.
As a matter
You
of
don't call that out
fact, I have stopped security from kicking people out.
Yeah.
I have gone, hang on, like, don't kick them out. They're just having a good time.
Yeah.
Let me talk to them first. And 99% of the time, I'm able to go, hey, look, they're going to kick you out. I'm fighting for you. I know you're having a good time. Can we chill out? And then they'll go, yeah, like, yes, thank you. Yeah. And then we have problems. So this is the first time that I'm like, all right, fuck it. You're out. Like, just get out.
Yeah.
You know, you're like, there's nothing I can do.
It is. It's the first time I've ever heard of you.
Now, as a
kicking
door guy
someone
at the
out.
Addison Improv and at Logan's and all the bars I worked, I kicked a lot of motherfuckers out. And I used to love it. And it was fun because I was always the smallest bouncer. And I love kicking people out because, you know, most of the time.
Here you are talking about Butterbean at the top of this episode abusing his power. And now here at the end of the episode, you're like, I love kicking people out.
Because 90% of the time when I would kick somebody out, right, they would see how small I was. And they'd be like, well, I'm going to fight this bouncer. And I'd be like, sweet, let's do this shit. And I'd end up whipping their ass in the parking lot. So I would look forward to kicking people out, you know, back in the day, and working on cheaters as a security guard.
Oh my God, that's a whole nother episode. That's a whole nother episode.
You know that, Rick, right? I did security on cheaters.
I did not know that.
What? Dude, I'm in like 15 episodes of me doing security. The best episode, the best episode. You know what a Papazan chair is?
Yes, I do.
You know what those are? They're the round chairs that would sit in the.
That had the massive removable cushion in
And
them.
it would just sit in a
It's
ring.
like the upgraded beanbag chair.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, there's an episode where I'm on this side and shit pops off on that side in this apartment. Well, I'm running over there to go break it up, and I get pushed, and I go to lean on the chair, but the chair's not mounted.
It's not a real chair.
Right? Dude, that chair, it goes flying through the air, and I just hit my head on the base of it, and like you just see it all on camera of me just freaking getting my ass whipped by the chair.
Okay, we've gone too long.
I know, but it was a fun episode. Any questions, Rick?
No. I mean, I have a million, but I want to wait till the next one so we can tell the whole cheater story.
Oh gosh, I have stories for days on working on cheaters. I will say again, anytime we had issues on cheaters, the women were the bigger problem. The women were definitely the bigger problem. Because
Probably because it was usually the man being an asshole cheater.
no, not the case. But men, when you break up a fight with two men, they don't care about you. They want to like they want to fight him. The guy they hate, they want him.
They are focused. Their motivation
Yes.
is clear. Yes.
When you try to break up a woman, she wants to. She'll fight everybody. Don't touch me. Get your hands off me. They're swinging. I mean, they'll fuck everybody up. Oh, and Arturo was on that too. Arturo's the one that got me the security job, by the way, Rick. All right. Well, what an episode, and
That was fun.
I hope this gets that Butterbean fired. And I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
I would like for you to share with me the video that you did, because I would like to share it on my socials to celebrate you.
Oh, you're sweet. Thank you.
So you did such a great job. And Rick, thank you for always supporting us. And
Yes.
Rick is a big sponsor of the podcast. And we have some really cool stuff coming up. Old Salt Coffee, as you know, absolutely delicious. Please, please, please give them a chance. Trevino 10 will give you a discount. Pick Cherries. We love them. Thank you. Please download that app. Very cool to see one of our partners in that app at the national championship. Dude, I got to get a hold of Pitbull because I got to help him with his cowboy hat game. I love him, but that cowboy hat he was wearing for the national championship, I'm like, Pitt, come on, buddy. You got a Texan for a friend. Let's get you into something. I don't know. I love you, Pitt, but that cowboy hat was a little, I don't know what the word is.
I didn't see it.
Did you see it, Rick?
I did.
Yeah. Then
I
get
was gonna
this.
say, well, I was wearing your cowboy hat, so.
So the big thing going viral right now, apparently there's a porn star University
Are
of
we really gonna
Miami.
end this great episode talking about a porn star?
Well, no, that's
Rick,
the big
can we
thing.
cut it?
I didn't
Can
know.
we stop?
Well,
What?
apparently there's this porn star that's going to the University of Miami, and she's a huge Miami fan. And apparently during the broadcast, one of the directors or producers, they kept showing her cheering like all night. So that's the big thing going viral.
Okay. Well, it's going viral on your algorithm, not on mine. For
Well,
the record.
everywhere.
For the record.
Everywhere. And of course, DST, if you are an athlete in and around our area, we do strength and conditioning for all sports on a very, very professional level. And of course, baseball. So come pay us a visit. We have not done our grand opening yet, but we will soon. Thank you guys so very much for all the love and support.
Yes,
and,
thank you.
Albany this weekend, Orlando already.
Coming up.
Coming up.
Yep.
Love you guys. We'll see you guys soon in a city near you.